Do you want to experience something that goes beyond the usual tourist spots? Join us as we navigate the city's vibrant canals, journey 400 years back in time to Ayutthaya to marvel at its ancient ruins, and return to Banthat Thong Road to savor authentic Thai cuisine while soaking up the lively local energy. All this and more packed into just 2 days. Let me take you through our epic journey in Bangkok and Ayutthaya right away. Let's go! Bangkok is home to nearly 1,700 canals, earning it the nickname the Venice of Asia, so we decided to experience the city through its canals. This was a new experience for us, so we were super excited to dive in. We hopped onto the Chao express boat to get to the hidden Bangkok tour location. It was another hot and sunny day, so when we arrived at the Watarun Pier, we made a quick stop at a cafe to cool off and to say hello to their resident chameleon. It was a little tricky to find the location for the canal tour because the boat docked behind a small restaurant tucked away at the back of a temple by the canal. Since it's a flat rate, it's best to go with a group, but for us, it was just the two of us, making it our own private tour.
So one thing that I learned about Thailand is that it's always super hot and super humid. It's supposed to be winter right now in November. So hot, 93 degrees and like 80% humidity. So just get ready for that. Sunscreen and the hat, it's a must. As long as you can deal with it, this place is a paradise. Really awesome. Really affordable. People are super nice and they all know how to speak English so well. I don't like my hair. Look at these. I wonder how much. Oh, it's 10 baht. 10 baht. Really cute.
It's gonna be like we have to choose either to stop at the artist village or at the big Buddha temple. Yeah, so the artist village would be like an old house along the canal, then like a coffee shop, a souvenir shop, and a place people come to do like some art activity like making dress.
Before long, we set off on our private Bangkok canal tour. Over the next 2 hours, we explored the historic parts of Bangkok and got a fascinating glimpse into the local lifestyle. Pero was a fantastic guide, providing rich insights into Thai culture, the history of the canals, and even current events. Her fun stories added to a personal touch, making the experience both educational and thoroughly entertaining. As we cruised along, we passed countless residential homes and smaller temples. Pear shared that Bangkok is home to over 400 Buddhist temples, while Thailand has more than 40,000 of them. Along the way, she also pointed out some incredible Airbnb options, many of which looked impressively luxurious. One of the best things about the canal tour was the flexibility to hop on and off at various points. We made a stop at a small temple and a bustling market area filled with shops selling clothes and handmade goods. They were even offering palm readings.
So the people who live here, do they mind the boats and tourists, or they don't care?
I think now they're happy to see the tourists here because it
Brings money, yeah, got it. And the boat is going to wait for us on the other side. This is super cute here.
Standing on a bridge and looking out at the canal was incredibly picturesque.
Fish, right? Yeah, so once we go down there, then we can eat the fish.
Wow.
Lots of them.
We even had a chance to feed
my
a school of
gosh.
catfish with fish food that Pear had prepared. The fish went wild for it, making for a fun and truly unique experience.
It's like upside down. Oh my gosh.
The narrow alleyways offered fascinating sights, not something you see every day. Every corner felt like a piece of contemporary art. I love this so much.
Oh wow, they're so cute.
One thing to note, the boat had a loud engine as they used the recycled diesel engine from a bus. While it added character to the experience, it did make it a little bit challenging to hear each other at times. Next, we visited the 200-year-old artist house. The historic home has been beautifully transformed into a gallery, showcasing local artwork, photography, and even puppet shows. Visitors could also buy beads and make their own crafts. Groups of people were sitting on the floor, working on art projects, giving the space a real sense of community and creativity. Upstairs, there was a spacious area dedicated to painting and workshops. This is where the puppet shows are held.
Sit down and do whatever that you need to do. Maybe you can read a book, you can do some artwork. Super cool.
I just loved how they created an environment where people can stop by and stay for a long time. The artist house is also accessible by foot, and it's definitely worth checking out when you're in Bangkok, whether you do the canal tour or not.
I think that you can spend at least a couple of hours here doing whatever the activities that they provide for you. You can actually do some beads downstairs if you want to make some artwork or bracelet or anything. It's really cool. A lot of people are busy taking pictures too, like me.
They have lots of photo zones where you can take Instagram-worthy pictures even outside. Do you know what these round things are? These are ceramic tops for teacups and rice bowls. Pretty clever idea.
This is probably the most unique experience we've had in Thailand so far.
I thought this rat man was a real person at first. Really nice job. A little creepy. We continued to wander around the artist village and took some pictures. It was a lot of delightfulness. And we saw these adorable sisters who were selling goods.
They're sisters.
We then stopped at a large Buddhist temple complex which is home to the giant Buddha. Unfortunately, the giant Buddha was under construction, expected to be completed by April 2025. But the temple itself was absolutely fascinating. The entire complex was packed with beautiful buildings and small alleyways. I could also see the giant Buddha under construction.
I like these trees.
Inside, we explored exhibits showcasing sculptures, artifacts, and even vintage vehicles.
The Chinese zodiac. That's super cool. There we go. Hi, horse.
The highlight of our visit was the giant glass sputa on the 5th floor, symbolizing heaven and nirvana. Witnessing something so stunning in person felt truly surreal, especially since I had never seen a sputa of this size indoors. We also stepped outside to take in the serene views of the surrounding areas, making it a peaceful and unforgettable experience. It could have been incredible if we could see the giant Buddha. Next time though. By the way, this is what giant Buddha looks like. It was completed in 2008. It took 18 years to build. It's a concrete, but coated with gold. After a delightful 2 hours of exploring Bangkok through its canals, our tour came to an end. At the end point, a tuk-tuk was ready to take us to a main road, making it easy to get to our next destination. The canal tour is an absolute must-try, especially if you want to experience something different in Bangkok. This is something that you should definitely try. Our next destination was ICONSIAM, the largest mall in Thailand. With over 7,000 shops, including high-end brands, and 100 restaurants, you could easily spend the entire day at ICONSIAM and still not see everything. We spent some time exploring the basement, packed with food vendors and small shops selling the most adorable items. We were so tempted to grab a bite, but we had a special dinner reservation waiting for us.
We're at the basement of the ICONSIAM, and there are so many food vendors here. It's crazy.
For dinner, we enjoyed an upscale Korean barbecue experience at Kamsa.
Ooh, there's a pool here. Interesting. Hi.
This authentic Korean barbecue restaurant offers top-notch quality meat, and we were not disappointed.
It's also really expensive here. Let's see how good the food is. We ordered Australian Wagyu short rib and Australian Wagyu marinated beef. We ordered doenjang jjigae with clam and Wagyu beef. We're gonna make some somek as well, so we'll see.
Naturally, we paired the meal with soju and Korean beer to create somek, which is a popular Korean cocktail. David, being the expert, mixed it perfectly with the classic 3-7 soju to beer ratio.
Soju plus makju.
Man, we loved somek. The meal included a few different side dishes, including freshly made kimchi prepared that morning. It was some of the best I've ever tried.
Kosamjang soybean sauce, Hereduan sauce, pepper and sesame oil. For Banthat kimchi, this one is already sour, and this one Japanese shallot salad. For this three side dishes, the sauce you can refill. Next is our special one. This one is fresh kimchi. It's special as it's our recipe. We just made this morning.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not sour yet, but it's rich flavor.
Love it.
This one, the pickled garlic leaf. And for this 3 days, we give it.
And the fact that they used the actual charcoal for grilling, that's how you know it's going to be amazing. Our skilled server cooked the meat for us, timing each piece perfectly and serving it hot on a stone dish to keep it warm.
Wow, that ribeye looks really good.
Wrapping the tender, juicy beef in lettuce with samjang and other side dishes was absolutely heavenly. Look at David. He knows how to eat Korean food so well. Everything, including the doenjang jjigae, the soybean soup, was served in such high quality.
Wow, this doenjang is like one of the best. It's so good. That's a lot of wasabi though. Really good.
I couldn't resist pairing it all with another glass of soju.
Be careful with this. Thai chili.
Oh, it's Thai chili, not the Korean chili.
It's not the Korean one. I didn't realize it's so fucking spicy.
While it turned out to be the most expensive meal of our trip in Thailand, it was hands down one of the best Korean barbecue experiences we've ever had anywhere in the world. Who would have thought that I'd have the best Korean barbecue in Thailand? The night was young. We ended our night at the famous Khaosan Road.
Lots of crazy things are happening here.
The scene was wild, packed with tourists, locals, street vendors, restaurants, bars, and clubs. If you're in the mood to party, this is definitely the place to be. For us though, it confirmed that we might be a little too old and laid back for the chaos. Still, We stopped at a restaurant for a cocktail to toast the amazing trip so far and the adventures awaiting us in Bangkok and Phuket. On our day 5 of our Bangkok adventure, we took a day trip to Ayutthaya. Our driver picked us up from the hotel at 9 a.m. While it's possible to take a train or a regular taxi, we hired a private driver for the flexibility to go wherever and whenever we wanted. And this option turned out to be completely hassle-free. We booked the private driver service via Klook. It costs about $100 for 8 hours in a premium car. The drive took us about 90 minutes with moderate traffic, and soon we arrived in Ayutthaya, where the incredible ruins of the old city were waiting to be explored. Our first stop was Wat Mahathat. The site is filled with ancient structures that once served as Buddhist temples and towers, offering a glimpse into the city's former glory. Since the wooden buildings didn't survive, all that's left of old Ayutthaya are the bricks and stone ruins of the temples. Wat Mahathat was one of the most important temples back in the day, frequently visited by kings and high-ranking officials. There was even a canal that used to bring worshippers to the temple by boat. This structure was about 165 feet tall. It has been destroyed twice and is now only partially restored. I kept imagining how stunning it must have looked 400 years ago. Even now, the Buddha statue in front still looks bold and magnificent. I noticed many Buddha statues, but most of them were missing their heads. Later, I learned that many of the heads were cut off by the looters and sold to private collectors in places like the US and Europe. In the southeast corner of the complex, there's something really unique, one of the most famous images of Ayutthaya. It's the head of a Buddha statue now completely surrounded by tree roots. No one knows for sure how it ended up there, but there are some interesting theories. If you know anything about how the Buddha head ended up being there, please share your answers in the comments. Ayutthaya was Thailand's capital for over 400 years, from the 1300s to the 1700s. During that time, the Thai Empire expanded and contracted significantly. At its height, it included parts of modern-day Laos, Cambodia, and even Angkor Wat. However, the city also faced invasions, particularly from Burma, which played a major role in its downfall. After the invasion, the capital was moved to Bangkok. It's hard to imagine what everything looked like when it was intact. We were fortunate to have just come from Bangkok, where many of the temples and palaces built shortly after Ayutthaya's fall were inspired by architectural style of the former capital. Just imagine how colorful and stunning the entire site must have been. Next, we walked over to Wat Ratchaburana, another temple complex just a 10 to 15 minute walk away. The entrance itself was quite impressive, but the highlight for me was the central tower. It's one of the best preserved ruins in Ayutthaya, and also one of my favorites. Archaeologists also discovered some of the greatest treasures ever found in this tower.
It's just really incredible to even imagine hundreds of years ago the prolific culture and the heritage. The ancestors of Thai people were just so brilliant.
It's really spectacular and it's so well preserved. Reminds me a little bit of Teotihuacan in Mexico, outside of Mexico City.
Yeah.
But this is just naturally preserved as opposed to them having to excavate it.
We had lunch at Bam Mai Rim Nam restaurant. Our reservation wasn't necessary as the restaurant had plenty of tables. We sat outside in the shade by the river. At first, it felt a little bit strange that they offered ice to put in our beer, but it didn't take long to realize why. Enjoying ice-cold beer with an exotic view of the river was the perfect combination. The food was phenomenal. The calamari was crispy on the outside and super soft and flavorful on the inside. The chicken was great too. lighter on the sauce, but very tasty in its own way. The tom yum goong with shrimp was served boiling hot. We fought fire with fire and finished the spicy soup in sweat, which was actually really good. We also discovered our favorite stir-fried vegetable called morning glory. It was crunchy, yet soft and flavorful. The sauce they used was so tasty. The highlight of the lunch was the steamed whole sea bass. It was incredibly flavorful and fresh. We were very satisfied with the food and service. It was a great way to enjoy high-quality food at an affordable price. When you visit Ayutthaya, this is the place to have lunch.
Oh my gosh. We are done with all this crazy food. Now we're gonna head to the market.
Now that we were refueled, it was time to check out Chao Phrom Market, the main traditional market in Ayutthaya. The market definitely felt different from those in Bangkok. It had a more intimate vibe and was geared towards the needs of the locals.
I don't know what these are, but it's quite wild. Lots of food. Look at this.
It was cool that
God,
David
I thought
found
this
sandals
was
to
like
wear in
fake
Phuket.
thing.
We also found a corner
Oh my
cafe
gosh.
to enjoy some iced coffee, which was much needed. That evening, I had the immense pleasure of meeting my friend Mook from grad school. Last time I saw Mook was back in 2006 when we were both doctoral students in Philadelphia. It had been almost 19 years since we last met, but she looked exactly the same. It felt like no time had passed, like we had just met a couple years ago. She took us to a Thai restaurant on Banthat Thong Road, an area known as a foodie's paradise, filled with so many restaurants. We ordered a few different dishes to share. The pork belly was amazing, and the squid was fresh, tender, and served in a generous portion. Everything we ordered was tasty, but the highlight was their signature crab meat egg omelette fried rice. It was so soft, yet flavorful. This dish was something that we wouldn't have known to order without Mook, who lives in Thailand. I highly recommend this dish and the restaurant if you're into authentic Thai stir-fried dishes. After dinner, we strolled around the area.
Last time when we met was 2006, so it's 2024 now, so 18 years ago. But Mook hasn't changed a bit.
Banthat Thong Road was buzzing with activity, restaurants everywhere, and lots of young people enjoying their evening. This area is a spot for local people to enjoy, so it felt like a different experience, which we appreciated a lot. Chulalongkorn University, Thailand's top-ranked university, is located nearby. As the #1 university in Thailand, it's incredibly prestigious and very difficult to get in. Mook is a professor at the university.
And she's a professor in one of the top 3 universities in Thailand.
Chulalongkorn University.
We stopped by Chulalongkorn University's Centenary Park, which I found both modern and beautifully traditional at the same time.
What do you think about this park?
So beautiful and so cool. The college students wear the uniforms also.
Yeah, that's a uniform. But right now, we are more open.
Okay.
Like say at my faculties, we don't really require them. They're okay to just dress like.
Even though it was evening, there were still quite a few students hanging out in groups. This university is super cool. It even had a shopping mall connected to it.
This kind of things really make me want to go back to school. Yeah.
Next, we explored a bustling night market.
So so much fun.
This one felt
Oh my God.
unique because it's in a college town, so the vibe was youthful and energetic. The goods they were selling were more hip and cute, definitely aimed at younger crowd. It was refreshing to step away from the tourist areas and experience this
really
vibrant part of Bangkok packed with
Kinda
students
reminds me of
enjoying
Myeongdong.
their evening.
In a way, right? Yeah, like with the street vendors. Oh, what is this? What do you think?
It's very cool. It's much more civilized than the night market we went to yesterday.
That one was fun too. I liked it a lot too. So here there are a lot of students, young students here, rather than tourists, which is good. I think that we found a bar. Not yet.
We decided to grab a drink afterward. Since Mook doesn't usually go to the bars, she found one online while we're walking. And we ended up at Kodo Bar. It was a fantastic choice. Kodo Bar is what people call a hidden gem. While Mook celebrated our reunion with a mocktail, David and I enjoyed some beautifully crafted cocktails that tasted just as good as they looked. If you're a cocktail lover, I highly recommend this bar. You will love it. Thanks to Mook, we had such a wonderful time exploring Thai food and this lively side of Bangkok where locals hang out. I can't wait to see her again soon. Banthat Thong Road is a fantastic spot to explore all afternoon and evening if you're looking for something different beyond the usual tourist destinations. But wait, we were not done for the night. Back at the Four Seasons where we stayed for 5 nights, we had to try their famous mango sticky rice at the lounge. Pouring the sauce over the beautiful mango sticky rice felt like preparing to enter a food trance. It was absolutely divine. What a wonderful way to wrap up our Bangkok adventure before heading to Phuket. Stay tuned for our next adventure in Phuket. We're gonna take you through some epic experiences and amazing places. We'd love to hear about your own Bangkok experiences. What are your favorite things to do and places to visit in Bangkok? Do you have any questions? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us grow so we can prepare even more amazing videos. Please subscribe and like if you enjoy the content. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.